think the answer should be brief enough so that so many others are so
okay, fine.
So the
yeah. So we be very brief so that more questions can be answered.
So there's a couple in the audience, in the panelists. I want to ask them, together this question.
Well, I'm going to pass my time to my wife. My strategy, harmony.
It is equal.
What are the other ingredients of harmonious family life? So Mr. Balachandra talked about don't comment, command or demand. Are there other ingredients that you would add based on your experiences? And you said from 1976 to 93, Swamiji come and stayed with both of you. You would have learned a lot of other things based on his teaching. So if you could share that for a few seconds, that would be great.
Thank you. Well, what Mr. Balachandran mentioned, that is very correct. The three things, don't demand, command and comment. But when I met Swamiji, I said, Swamiji, this is not going to work. So he gave me over the years different examples, live examples. And I think the intelligent part always works.
Yeah.
So I will give you a perfect example what happened. There was some argument when Swamiji used to come in the late 70s and how to represent or what to do in the house, and so we had a deadlock, myself and Vijay. It was 11 o'clock in the night and Swamiji was ready to go to bed. And so he knew vibrationally there is something they're arguing or something is not right, because we didn't show that. Yes.
And all bad examples, whatever you read in the book, my example.
Yes. So we didn't talk for a little while, so he knew something was going on. So he went to bed, Vijay went to bed, but I didn't want to go to bed next to Vijay. So I said, I'm going to sleep on my sofa in the living room. So, and there was a lot of tension going on between, what we should do. So Swamiji comes after a few minutes, and he had such a pleading voice. He says, daughter, why don't you go and sleep in your room, in the bedroom? And I had like, something, took over me. I didn't say anything, but I knew that how powerful his words were for me. So I went and the tension was over. Because I think that he used his compassion or knowing what can happen between a relationship between husband and wife that can be solved with just thinking in a way with compassion.
Yes.
And I have followed that all along, and I think the intelligent part it also works. So I'm already, he's aware of that, but to audience, I think it really helps. Thank you.
So, yes.
Swamiji understands clearly. He doesn't want to ask what happened. He says, daughter, can you go and sleep? Everything he put it there.
Yes.
You don't even ask any question because Swamiji says we should go and sleep. Because he knows all the stuff already. What happened.
Does that mean he knows that you did the mistake? Or?
No. There's no mistake.
And,
his question was, why did he suggest you? Did he think that you made a mistake? I don't think that was the reason, but you should elaborate. Because he was. Go ahead.
I think he thought that maybe he has more leverage with me.
Okay.
Something like that. I need to adjust.
And he has to get his morning tea from her.
Mr. Shankramurthy, I would like to ask one question and then we'll open up to the floor. There's always, we talk about harmony. I you're also married. So if a life partner does a mistake, there are ways like we heard about a speech of how to pour compassion and love on children. But if there's a mistake made by a life partner, do you have your wisdom in terms of how to deal with that, based on Maharishi's teachings?
So if you take two people, always there will be a difference of opinion in terms of need basis, quality, quantity and time. All these four parameters will vary from one person to another. Suppose one person needs a car, and will say, when do we need that car? Today or tomorrow? What kind of car? The quality comes. We'll buy Honda, Mercedes, whatever. Then comes the quantity. Do we need one car, two car? And the time. All these factors. Whether we need or not, that's the first factor. So, if we consider all these factors, for one person to decide, even when you wake up in the morning, you will have an idea, and in the evening you will have a different idea. If one mind can have such different ideas, think about two people with various combinations. So it's obvious that we will have a difference of opinion, but the only way we can come over it is to understand that there is nothing called right or wrong. It is only a way each one want to be, and the best way is to sacrifice.
That's good answer. Would you like to add? Yeah. That's why, I mean, it's, listening to that tells us, you started to practice that. Yes.
I want to give an example.
Yes.
In the morning, I get up early, and she likes to sleep late, relatively. And it's my tendency to, wake her up that we have to do our exercises, and so on. And she always resented that I'm waking her up, I'm disrupting her sleep. And she complained to me many times that, you are breaking up my sleep. I have the right to sleep, I want to sleep. So one day this idea came to me that, I really don't have the right to wake her up if she wants to sleep late. She used to sleep late, and I'm disrupting her sleep. So what I did, that when I get up in the morning, I said, I can do this work, because we are inundated with work. So I started doing my work. Morning hours are very good for thinking, taking care of lecture notes or what have you. And that keeps me occupied, so I'm not thinking of waking up Indira. So when she gets up, she says, okay, I'm not ready to get up, let's go and do exercises. That adjustment has simplified, so we are not in the morning arguing, starting that, do exercises and all. So this is an example that with understanding, you can make small changes in your life to adjust to other person's wishes or habit or what have you. And that can avoid a lot of tensions and disharmony in married life.
Thank you. Does panelists, audience have any questions?
Yeah, one question. Swami says don't do 3 C's. No comment, but the third one is not C, so no demand. I heard.
Comment,
Yes.
command and demand.
Demand, yes.
But Swami says don't do 3 C's. 3
Yes.
C's.
Yes.
But
Comment.
the third one doesn't come with a C, though. C.
No, it is not 3 C. Say 3, no. These are 3 aspects only. Don't comment, command, demand. And apart from that, there are 2 more, Swamiji says. 1, don't shirk away from your duty. The 5th one is avoid unnecessary involvement. The life partner may require something she is doing on her own accord. Don't infiltrate in that. Induce her to emotion. So, It is up to her. If she has taken some responsibility, she is doing it. Don't comment on that. Don't involve in that activity and then spoil. That's what. Avoid unnecessary involvement. So at the same time, don't shirk away your duty.
Thank you, sir. Other question?
One joke, Swamiji's famous joke, I want to tell you all, to take it lightly. Once a person, a rich businessman, I think near Tiruvarur, he used to come to Swamiji. And one day, 2 days, his wife came with him. Afterwards, she didn't come. And he was also kind of sad and restless whenever he was sitting in front of Swamiji. Swamiji asked him, what is the matter? Then he said that my wife does not want me to do this, to join this organization, and she doesn't want to come herself also. And Swamiji said, okay, he always suggests some technique to everyone, blessings. He has to do blessing in every meditation. And then after a month, she also came with him to meditation. Swamiji asked him, how come this change has come? So he said, I blessed her when you are saying life partner, you bless, I blessed her. And you said the enemy, miscreants or somebody is there, you blessed her. And when you bless bosses and assistant, at that time also I blessed. And when you said you bless the whole world, she is my whole world. That day he brought peace.
No, it is true. It is true. It is not for joking. It is true. The rest of the thing I will tell you. The chain action of that. Because I too was there at that moment. Then that evening, he requested his wife, see, tomorrow morning, get early, finish everything, and get ready to go. We have to go to a particular place, a temple like. So both of them got up early, had bath and all, then had new wear and all. She came. I am ready. Are you ready? I am ready. Immediately asked her to stand there. Why?